you're having trouble losing fat, not because you don't know how to, but because you're approaching it like it's not a skill, but something that needs to be done, when you should be approaching it like it is part of your personal development. Yeah, actually you're right. You're approaching it like it's a skill. It's a little bit of a skill because it takes some thought and effort and knowing what the hell you should be eating and what you should be doing. But more importantly, you're approaching it like it's just something that should be done and over with. In order to lose fat, in order to become the person that you want to become and look the way you want to become, fat loss and becoming a desirable human being for your own sake, because you're not really doing this for other people, you're doing this for yourself, is a skill of learning to say no. You learn how to say no to the foods you know you shouldn't be eating. You learn how to say no to overeating, and you learn how to say no to the things that are taking you the wrong way, which are drugs, alcohol, etc., and overconsumption of food being the priority. And then slowly with time, you morph and you form and you change into the person that you like, respect, and admire when you look in the mirror. You feel confident because you know you've gone through the trials and tribulations and the hardships of saying no to, that extra 500 calories. You know you've gone through the hardship of showing up every single day at the gym. So I think that most importantly, getting lean, getting fit, getting into a body that you respect personally is one of the biggest forms of personal development and self-development, because you need to learn to master the way your body is, the way that you think, the way that you perceive things, and the way that your perspective is towards everything. For example, my biggest struggle that I faced when it came to losing fat and staying consistent and disciplined and motivated was the fact that I would say yes to everything. My friends would be going out and getting some extra food, for example, some McDonald's, some Tim Hortons. Oh, let's go out to get a sandwich. Oh, let's go out to get a donut. Let's go out to get some ice cream. And the main thing was I didn't want to feel left out, but then also when I was there in the moment, I didn't know how to say no, right? Like I could have simply went and enjoyed their company. I could have spent some time with them, but the biggest thing that I didn't know how to do was say no to those things, because those were the things that were affecting my progress. I already knew I had my whole foods, I had my eggs, I had my fats, I'm hitting all my macros, but then those extra 500 calories, whether that be in the ice cream, whether that be in an extra sub sandwich or etc., all those things add up, and those are the things that are stagnating your progress. A lot of us think we're measuring and accurately tracking everything, but we're forgetting that all the processed foods, the reason that they're so difficult to measure and keep track of is because they add up quickly. A tomato, is a tomato. A chicken breast, is a chicken breast. You know what's inside it. You could plug in and ask Google or ChatGPT nowadays and ask, how many calories does this chicken breast have? How many calories does this amount of potatoes have? But when it comes to these sauces, these dips, these processed foods, these chip bags or etc., yeah, you can measure them, but it now requires an extra amount of effort from you, and humans don't like effort. We like to take the path of least resistant. So what does this mean? This means that to make it easier for yourself, this is what I did. I just stuck with the foods that were the easiest to track and measure. One egg, one whole egg. Okay, you can measure and understand that. But now if you're making, for example, a sandwich, like I like to have sandwiches on my cheat days. If you have a sandwich, now you have X amount of salami, you have mustard, mayo, ketchup, whatever, relish, all these other sauces that I personally love. And then you have, I don't know what else people like to put in sandwiches, some next processed cheese. I personally don't do that, but maybe you do. Or you get the point, you just fill it with garbage processed foods, whether it be, let's say, even from Subway, like the cold cut sandwich or the teriyaki chicken. Like, you don't know what kind of sauce they use in that chicken. That could be an extra 200-300 calories that you just don't know about. And then you wonder, oh, I can't lose weight, I'm not meant to lose weight. Nobody is above the law of thermodynamics. Nobody is above that law. And if you measure accurately, I promise you, you will lose weight. But that being said, if you're having trouble staying consistent, send me a message on Instagram, DM me fit, and I'll help you and personally coach you. Or hit the first link below and apply to work with me, and I'll see if you're a good fit. But that being said, let's continue. What does learning to say no allow you to develop? It allows you to develop your mindset because you know what's good for you. And deep down, if you just ask yourself, should I eat this? Or should I do this? And should I be doing this? You will get the answer right away because your subconscious knows. Your inner self knows what's best for you. You're just trying to give yourself these excuses as to why you should not be listening to yourself. If you simply just listened to yourself and ignored all the outside noise, you would go so far and you would develop in ways that you can't even fathom. The problem with most human beings and the problem with us is that we don't like to listen to ourselves. We like to ignore the inner voice that's inside of us, the one that's screaming deep beneath our subconscious, telling us, don't eat this, don't do this drug, don't drink this much alcohol, stop. But we numb that voice. We numb that voice, and we've learned to numb that voice more and more. And now we listen to other voices, and we get susceptible to peer pressure. We get susceptible to our family, our spouses telling us what to do, what to eat, because we just like to be on off mode and shut down. We don't like to do the thinking. Most people don't like to think. That's why the saying goes. Most people don't like to think. That's why most judge. Right? We don't start with ourselves. We look at others and validate ourselves with other people. Oh, he's eating this McDonald's burger, I'm just going to have it as well. If it doesn't hurt him, it's not going to hurt me. But you know you're on a different path than that guy. So why are you trying to compare yourself to what he's going through and what he's putting inside his body? Right? That's what I would used to do. A lot of my friends, like I mentioned earlier, for example, they would be going out for lunch, dinner, or just, in the evening, oh, let's go grab some McDonald's. Sure, I'll go around, but his path is different than mine. He might be needing to either bulk up, gain some weight, while I'm over here trying to lose weight. So I need to be strong enough, and I need to learn how to say no to these things because I want different outcomes from my life. I want to make sure that I'm fueling my body with the best things. And when you go on a journey of whether it be fat loss, whether it be you're just trying to build some muscle, and whatever your reasons may be, whether you're trying to impress a girl, whether you're just trying to become a stronger alpha male, or you're just trying to feel more confident, you're just trying to put on some weight so you're not helpless and flimsy and snappable. Whatever your reasons may be, those are your reasons. Write those reasons down. And then whenever you have a hard time to, or whether you're feeling not motivated, or you want to cheat on yourself a little bit, of course take your cheat days and enjoy the foods that are enjoyable. I enjoy pizza once in a while. ice cream, etc. Donuts here and there. But throughout the majority of your day and throughout the majority of your time, you need to learn how to drill down to your roots of your reasons why you're doing what you're doing, so that it's easier when you're tempted to fall off track. Because most people will fall off track. All people have temptations and external things that go around them that tempt them to fall off track. Whether it be a birthday, whether it be a vacation, whether it be, who knows. Like, I just came back from a 3-week vacation, and I will be honest with you, eating like garbage. I was eating fast food, fried food, the cheapest foods, just to, be able to continually sightsee things and continue to visit and see new places while not having to worry about, cooking the best thing for myself. I didn't really have access to a stove, a pot, a pan, and the basics to prepare and cook yourself a nice meal. And I didn't have the time to sit down at restaurants and order whole good food. So what did I get? I opted for the best thing out there. Noodles and chicken, that sort of shit. And I'm not saying that fast food is unhealthy, because some out there are good. Like, I'm a big advocate for Chipotle. But if you're on the road, if you're somebody that travels a lot, my biggest tip would be for you is pick the fast food places like Chipotle, where you see each whole food divided up separately, and stick away to the sauces, because those are the ones that are really caloric dense and you don't know what they put inside them. But let's say, for example, you go to a Chipotle, or you go to a whatever your restaurants or fast food areas are, you see the chicken separately, you see the rice separately, you see the tomatoes, lettuce, etc., pickles separately. That way you can actually visualize and know what you're putting inside your body. But if you go, for example, to fast food restaurants like Burger King, McDonald's, KFC, like, you don't know what they're being fried in those things. You don't know how those meats, how those sauces, where all this stuff is coming from. So an easy thing that you can really focus on is saying no to those things if you must eat out, and saying yes to the things that you can actually visually see and know how they were prepared and cooked, etc. So I hope this video helped you kind of understand the personal development side of, getting in shape, feeling, looking, and wanting to be your best, because it's just a matter of saying no to the things that you should be saying no to. And I'll see you in the next one. Create more than you consume, serve others, love everyone, peace.